Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video, just wanted to give you guys a Washington Commanders 2024 NFL Draft update where they're slated to pick and some players they could target in the top 5. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well. Alright, so let's talk about this. So currently, the Washington Commanders have the 4th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. So if the season ended this week, they would have the 4th pick. So obviously still got a lot of time left, but this week in terms of draft news, it was good for the Washington Commanders. And I guess I've been looking at a lot of shoes because those are all the ads there. But yeah, we have the 4th overall pick right now because we are 4-9, have lost 4 in a row. We are slightly behind the Arizona Cardinals, who are 3-10. The Bears did not play this week, so that's why we jumped up ahead of them. And then you look at the Cardinals, we didn't jump ahead of them, but they did win a game today, or I guess 2 days ago. So that is very good for the Washington Commanders. And the Cardinals are the team that they can probably jump. I don't think they're gonna, jump the Patriots. The Bears, they have a chance to stay above them, and then some of these other teams are going to be interesting as well. I think it's going to be hard for the Commanders to win another game. Honestly, you look at their schedule. I mean, I know a lot of you guys already know, most of their schedule, but they play the Rams coming off the bye, and then they play the Jets, 49ers, and Dallas. So I max see one game there. And an update on some of the other picks. So they have the 4th overall pick, then the 36th overall pick, which would be ours, and then the 40th, which would be the Bears. So we would have 3 top 40 picks, and then the 68th, which would be that would be ours, and then the 49ers pick from Chase Young, which would be around 100. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 100 picks, 6 top 104 picks if the season ended today. So we have a lot of draft capital. We have a lot of cap space. So things will really, completely change this offseason with the Commanders. And yeah, obviously record is the biggest. It is the first tiebreaker, but then after that, it's not actually head-to-head. It is strength of schedule. So if you have a lower strength of schedule, you're going to have a better pick. So you see the Jets are 4-8, but their strength of schedule is 5.12, and the Giants is 5.17. So since the Jets have an easier schedule and they've lost the same amount of games, by the NFL's rules or whatever, their judgment, they're a little bit worse. So our strength of schedule is kind of high. Unfortunately, it's 522. And you look at the Bears, they have a significantly lower schedule than us. So strength of schedule. So if they tie with us, they're going to be getting the better pick than us. So let's look at their schedule a second. Because we could actually go down a few spots this week because we don't play, but they play the Lions, which they'll probably win, but you never know. It's a divisional game. And then the Browns, honestly, they could win that game. And then the Cardinals, honestly, the Bears are going to win one more game. I feel pretty strongly about that because you look at the remaining schedule, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago or last week when I made the video. The Lions, I would probably say 80% chance they lose that game. The Browns, 70. Cardinals, either one of those teams could win. And honestly, the Cardinals winning would be huge for us because if the Cardinals win, we could go above them. And also that would make the Bears pick worse as well, which in terms of their second round pick that we have. And I think the Bears will win another game. They play the Packers, which isn't going to be an easy game, but they could win that game. And same thing with the Falcons. A lot of games that they're probably going to be underdogs in, but 3-4 point underdogs at games that they have a chance to win, and they'll probably win 2 games, honestly. I would say they'll probably win two of these games. And real quick, I want to look at the Cardinals and what their strength of schedule is. So their strength of schedule is actually very high. So if we can somehow lose out, which there's no somehow there, that probably will happen. We just need the Cardinals to win one more game. If they win one more game, which let's go look at their schedule, they play the 49ers, that's going to be an L. They play the Bears, the Eagles, and the Seahawks. Honestly, we need to root for them to beat the Bears. If they beat the Bears, yeah, the Bears will be catching up on us, but I think they'll win one other game. And the best case scenario would be for the Bears to win one more game on the year and the Cardinals to win one more game as well. If that happens and we lose out, we'll move to the number 3 overall pick, and the Cardinals will be like 4 and the Bears will be 5, or maybe the Bears will even be 4, and that'll be just the best case scenario overall for the Commanders, because also the Bears, our second round pick from the Bears would get a little bit better too. So that is, I know I just said a lot, but we have a chance to have a top 3 pick. We're not going to be, catch up with the Panthers up here, or I guess it's slow, or the Patriots. It's just not going to happen. It's not happening. The Patriots are awful. They are just absolutely awful. And you look at their schedule: Steelers, Chiefs, Broncos, Bills, Jets. Like, if they might win another game or two, and even then, they're right with us with strength of schedule. So it's not going to happen. It really isn't. So the highest, honestly, we'll get is 3. But hey, I will take the 3rd overall pick any day of the week, because you will have a chance to get Marvin Harrison, Fashanu, maybe a quarterback depending on what they want to do. Not saying that's what I want, but there's going to be a new GM. But real quick, a word from today's sponsor. A huge shout out to Game Time for sponsoring today's video. Sometimes when I'm trying to buy last minute tickets, I can't find any, or I don't know what the view will be from the seats, but that's not an issue with Game Time. Game Time's a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, and comedy events. They offer killer last minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. I've loved my experiences buying tickets from Game Time so far. It's the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase, and it only takes a couple taps and you get your tickets within seconds. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code SCHMITH for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code SCHMITH, SCHMITH, for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, so now that we kind of talked about where the Commanders stand with their pick, even some of their second round picks, and where other teams stand, let's talk about some players they could go after. So there have been some crazy mock drafts. One with the Commanders taking quarterback Jaden Daniels from LSU at 4 before guys like Joe All or Drake May taking a couple picks after him to the New York Giants. So very interesting, because I've seen mostly Caleb Williams 1 and then Drake May 2. But hey, things are about to get interesting, and there could be some trade ups as well for the Commanders. I'm very interested to see what happens here. I think probably what you want to do is take Olu Fashanu. If you have the chance, take him at 4 or 3, or even Joe All. I wouldn't mind Marvin Harrison as well, but I would try to prioritize the offensive line and take someone like Olu Fashanu, a local kid, went to Gonzaga High School, and is an absolute stud. I think he's the best offensive tackle in this draft, and I think he's been, he's the best prospect that they've, that has come through the draft in a while in terms of offensive tackles. So he would be a stud left tackle for you, and I think his ceiling is relatively high. So I would go after him, and I think it would be a very solid pick if he's somehow there at 4, which I don't think he'll be unless they take a lot of quarterbacks. But if he's there at 4, for sure take him. If you might be picking at 3, and you'll definitely be able to get him there. And then Marvin Harrison is a possibility as well. And yeah, Marvin Harrison, I mean, he's an absolute stud, best receiver prospect, probably since Jamar Chase. A lot of people think even more than that, going back to Calvin Johnson. So he's a stud. He's going to get taken in the top 3. So probably at 4, we won't be able to take him, but maybe a little bit after. If we move up to number 3, we'll be able to take them. It's still so early to go into, specific prospects, but the Commanders are in a good spot in terms of the draft pick. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and peace.